Hello folks, welcome to Homo Politicus on Enterprise TV here in Lagos. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Now let's consider this topic for today. Ndume, that's Senator Ndume to President Tinubu, relocation of CBN Department and Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria offices to Lagos will have political consequences. Well, my unabashed dictionary describes a political threat as an action designed to intimidate the public or a section of it to advance a political, religious, racial, or ideological cause. My country, your country is one very rife in stuff like this. This is coming largely from our long-standing regime of mutual suspicion. The Chief Whip of the Nigerian Senate, Mohammed Ali Ndume, Borno South, says the relocation of some offices of the Central Bank and the headquarters of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAAN, to Lagos will have political consequences. According to the former marketing teacher, President Bola Tinubu is being ill-advised by those he calls Lagos boys in the corridors of power. Senator Ndume is indulging us with a political logic aimed at winning support and publicity. You can be sure he is acting out a script, or so it seems. There is a difference between a good-sounding reasoning and a reasoning that sounds good. Okay, my guest is Wale Ogunade, an attorney at law and a human rights activist, but he finds time to discuss Nigeria, our country, Nigeria. Wale, I greet you. Good morning, welcome.
Morning, sir. Good morning, my people.
Yeah, so Senator Ndume has warned the president about relocating the CBN, some departments of the CBN and the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria to Lagos. He says it would have political consequences.
Yes.
You don't believe him?
I don't believe him, because before we go political, it is economy. If the economy is not good, there won't be anything political. And where am I going? The cost of governance. Everybody has been talking and shouting. I'm advocating reduction in the cost of governance. Abuja, some offices in Abuja. What are they doing in Abuja? CBN has no business in Abuja. Lagos is the capital, the economic capital of this country. I don't need to go to other countries to give examples.
It was so for many years, until 1990.
So, we all know what even made Abuja to be. It was the Babangida's idea of wanting to stay put, getting away from the Wahala in Lagos, as it were, particularly if you remember the aftermath of the Oka coup. But be that as it may, economic activities involving Abuja as the federal capital has taken Nigeria and cost us a lot of money. As I talk to you now, I have a matter. I have an issue. I want to go to the Corporate Affairs Commission in Abuja for some filing of some processes. Ordinarily, if it's in Ikeja here or anywhere in around, I will just walk down there. But now I have to go plane, nothing less than 120,000, hotel, and I'm not sure the number of days I was
20,000 one-way ticket.
No, I wouldn't know, but I know that at least it should be 120,000 both ways, a return.
I hope so.
That's why I said I put it at that stretch, because that's what I told my client to look for. And the person was shouting, how can I make it? I said, you want me to go by late night bus? The other option is that I send the documents by courier, and the security of that document being sent by courier is not assured, is not guaranteed. So that is one. The most interesting and hilarious and even interesting aspect.
Laughable,
seriously laughable, is the Shippers Council. What business has the Nigerian Shipping Council or Shippers Council or the Shipping Authority had to do with Abuja? What waterways do we have?
Okay, you are taking my mind to the ship house in Abuja?
Not the ship house. The ship house is just a building, just named as a ship house. That's why the military hosting the military high command or whatever it is. But mine is that the Nigerian Shippers Maritime is the Shippers Council that regulates the shipping activities at the maritime,
which is largely in Lagos.
The activities is largely in Lagos and maybe the South Coast, the Port Harcourt axis, maybe Calabar. Some in Calabar and so on. But you now have the headquarters in Abuja. So you want to do anything, you leave all those riverine and water area where the activity is, then you now go to Abuja for administrative activities. That doesn't make sense anyway. So if it's had to be righted, it should be. And I don't see any politics in there. And at the end of the day, let me tell you, the whole essence of politics is local. So Ndume may be flying a kite, as you said, but that kite can't fly because this is common sense now at work. Does it pay us to continue running the federation?
We have been living like this for close to 64 years.
No, we've been living for this close to 64 years. But again, there are some issues. The movement of some parastatals and agencies didn't take place 64 years ago. Took place, just as I said, around 30 years ago, 28 or so years ago, during the 1995, during Babangida's era and so on. So, where are we going? If eventually a wrong has been found, I guess it is better that whoever sees it takes the humble pie, and we, the citizens and the country itself, takes the humble pie and say, yes, let's do it right, so that it will be better. Just as I said earlier on, the cost of governance is high. Many times I'll go to the airport I'm flying to Abuja for one insignificant issue.
What should have been done easily?
In Lagos.
Yeah, okay.
In Lagos. Lagos is the federal capital. I want to do I want to do something, transaction in terms of trademark. I want to do something in terms of copyright. I have to go to Abuja. What business has Abuja got to do with copyright? What business has Abuja got to do with trademark?
Yeah,
whereas this is the industrial hub of the commercial hub of the country.
Senator Mohammed Ali Ndume is the chief whip of the Nigerian Senate.
So you want to whip us into reality. But that's
he made this statement on network TV.
Yes.
So apparently the whole world has listened to
Yes, the whole world is listening to us too. That's an opinion which I think can fly, and it's a kite that can move, because what I'm saying, the wind will not take that kite anywhere.
All right, let's puncture the balloon after the other. The CBN, some departments of the CBN.
Yes, definitely. Some departments of the CBN that must come to Lagos are those that have to do with foreign exchange, issues of those that deal with the shipping business. They just ran off my brain now.
Not I2, no.
No, not I2. The fund that the shipping business, goes on relate with the shipping business. They have to do the documentation in terms of their export and import and so on. So definitely, they have no business. We have no business.
And most of them are stationed here.
There's the shipping. The Lagos is the hub of the shipping business now. All imports, particularly from all countries of the world, land in Lagos. I don't think there's a ship, there's a waterway or river, or even even when we dredge it, it has not been successful to now give those for the shipping lines to be accommodated in Abuja for their activities. They still go there for their activities and come back again to Lagos to now do the necessary clearance. I guess it's from M. Yes, I guess it's from M.
Yeah. So you think the president was right in asking that some departments of the CBN be returned to Lagos? Absolutely right.
And I only look at it that it's the action of some Lagos boys. No, far from it. All of us are groaning under this economic burden. All of us.
Okay.
Majority of us who are involved in businesses relating with our clients in the economic system, in the commercial world, know that it is big time cost to do business. Maybe you want to confirm some things, you have to go to Abuja. You want to set up some things, you have to go to Abuja. Whereas these are things that an office here will sort it out It may now be the major office.
A phone call across the next door.
No. The phone call cannot sort documentation out. We are looking at documentation now. I guess that's the whole essence. Okay. It's about documentation. If it's about phone call, yes, it can be done. But documentation.
More or less, as you said, cutting costs of government.
If anybody is thinking, and I guess it's part of the cutting costs, that's why this idea has sprung up. And of course, to me, it is a well thought out idea to reduce the cost. If the government is saying that yes, they are reducing the foreign the number of people who go on foreign trips, they are looking at their extra costs, they are looking at their salaries, they are looking at this one now, cost of governance, then definitely, to me, it is something that should be saluted rather than being condemned.
The other leg is Senator Ndume's quarrel with returning the headquarters of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria to Lagos. Yeah.
Again, just like my first argument, Lagos to the Murtala Mohammed International Airport is the hub of aviation activities in Nigeria.
You mean perhaps the busiest?
Okay, if you want that's the language, the busiest. The busiest. You see now, anytime you travel, you are in Schiphol, you are in Amsterdam, you are in Paris, you are in London, Gatwick, or you are in JFK, they will be inundated with Lagos. Lagos is because, well, Abuja is the capital. That's why you hear Abuja once in a while. It's not a regular thing, but major flight, and for your information, lands Lagos before going to Abuja. Any major flight. So, and we have no business going to Abuja if not just because of Abuja
being the nation's capital. Okay.
And don't forget the fuel and the economic wastage that attains such going for nothing, just because the capital is in Abuja. If people want to go to Abuja, let them go to Abuja, their own free will. Land in Lagos, go to your Abuja, go to your Enugu. Thank God now there is almost every an airport now, or an airstrip or a cargo field in every area. Almost. I don't know, maybe it's in your village.
There's one in Akwa Ibom. Okay, well, let's talk about this mutual suspicion. I mentioned earlier in my opener. But that has become a way of life here.
There are several institutions all over. There are several federal institutions.
What I mean, the North is suspicious of the South, and the other way around. Everyone suspects.
It has always been. If I like in local palace, if I chook my mouth in politics now, you will begin to suspect me. So politics is that is politics. Suspicion will always be.
So Senator Ndume is playing politics.
I don't know if he's playing politics, fairness, but again, if that's what the issue of political threat is anything to go by, he's playing politics, maybe politics of relevance for himself, politics of saying, yes, I'm representing the interest of a North, or politics of I just want to be heard. But again, just like we looked at Obi the other day and said no, he was playing to the gallery. This one too is playing to the gallery. Because the fact is that these institutions that wants to be relocated, purely and simple, must be located because of their activities and their relationship and their connection with Lagos. We are talking about airports. The busiest airport in Nigeria is in Lagos.
Yeah.
So
without any doubt.
So we are talking about what's the other topic we mentioned now? The issue of central bank. Everybody knows that again the seaport, the busiest seaport in Lagos, in Nigeria, is in Lagos. In Lagos, Papa, we have the Tinkan and we have the Apapa keys. So why would I want to do some documentation? Seeing the man there, I have to go to Abuja. Why? In fact, if anything at all, maybe they should add the customs. The customs headquarters too should be in Lagos because of the activities of the custom vis-a-vis the airport and the
keys. While you're giving your argument, should you not be scandalized that these things were moved to Abuja in the first place?
No, there is no scandal in it. It was again political. It was pure political. And I want to go back.
But when it was moved, the southern part of Nigeria didn't feel...
No, the southern part has a way of doing their things. That was not the issue before us then.
Okay.
The southern parts were busy doing some other things. looking at how they too can hold government if need be. So the southern parts, we the Yorubas, we have a way of doing our things. We have a way of doing our things, and I won't go more than that. So when we are busy moving it, this is logical and this is commonsensical. Can we go to a dry land and begin to talk about water when there is a water land somewhere? No.
Okay then. The viewer will understand that we're talking politics here. Senator Ndume, the chief whip of the National Assembly, Nigerian Senate, to President Tinubu, he's saying relocating some CBN, that's the central bank departments, and the headquarter offices of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria from Abuja to Lagos would have political consequences for us all. You believe him? Wale Ogunade, a human rights activist and an attorney at law, is saying no, it is raw politics. We'll be back after the break, please.
Price TV, your one-stop shop for news, programs, human angle stories, economy, sports, and much more. We go the extra mile to bring incredible details to you. So hop on the train now. Price TV, a tradition of truth.
All right, folks, welcome back. So let's go to our talk table. Ndume to Tinubu, relocation of CBN departments and FAAN offices to Lagos will have political consequences. Barrister Wale Ogunade is still guesting. Yeah, Wale, you know, we look at our country, 64, we are getting to 64 years as an independent country. We still cannot get our politics right. Aren't you troubled?
Well, really, I'm not troubled.
You're looking at a 64-year-old man.
I'm not troubled.
Okay.
Maybe because of my own little experience in life. I've seen people that we thought they've missed it, they've lost it, and they are no do-gooders. And along the line, they find their rhythm and reorganize themselves.
As an individual?
As individuals.
Because as a country?
You know, the country we are going there, what we have lacked in this country is leadership, a purposeful leader, somebody who will give us direction. If you have somebody who gives us
we still cannot find one.
Yes, that's the problem we have. We're still in the search. And I hope we'll be able to get one in the nearest future. And that's just the problem. You see, this thing has speculated in some institutions of government, in some businesses, in some activities or way of life. But as a nation, we have not been able to get that.
But let me ask you pointedly. Is it easy for any individual in this country to be his own man? You are president, commander-in-chief. Can you really be your own man?
Obviously, they should have that realization that they can be their own man, whoever becomes the president. Because the president now has the support of everybody who voted him anyway.
Supposedly.
Supposedly, as their president. Because the country is his constituency. Everyone is deemed to have voted for him, even those who did not vote for him. And of course, once he emerges as a president, he is the president of all. Now he should now continue good governance, not politics. Unfortunately,
good governance is relative.
Yeah, it's relative, but be that as it may, irrespective of the relativity, the essence of governance is the welfare and the security of the people, as provided for
being fair to all.
As provided for in the Constitution, section 14, subsection 2A. So, if the person who has the reins of power now exercises it to the benefit of all, then the people will support him. So it must be his own man for him to get to that level. You need not try to adapt or try to dance to the whims and caprices of some powerful individuals as it were, or some groups of people.
Because it's only natural.
Well, it's natural, but to some extent you must dare to be a Daniel. And if I've been a Daniel, you must be different. You must do things, because things have gone really bad in this country. But we are now lamenting about issues. And those issues that we are lamenting, they are in the public domain. All we expect is that as somebody who is in charge, you pick these things that are in issue and begin to address them one by one, and you see that there will be some element of peace and sanity and progress in the system.
Wale, but Senator Ndume we are talking about is of the same APC as the president.
Yes, but it's of the northern extraction. And
does it matter?
It matters. And it matters because the politics is that the North did not want to cede power, as it were, during the last election.
You think so?
Not, I think. If not, how will is it not commonsensical that the North has taken power for 8 years and that they should cede power to the other parts of the country? Is it not commonsensical? Or you think Tinubu after 8 years you want to continue, or want to the Yoruba man will never? I'm saying with its own sense of authority, want to say that yes, I'm taking over after Tinubu. So not only an Atiku man who is a fellow Fulani man, but in Lawal and all these other northerners who were screaming that they want to continue after Buhari. So Nigeria should be ruled by the North all over and all through. No, this is a country that is on a tripod. Hausa, the Yorubas and the Igbos and all those people in the southeast and south.
So, but in all of this, I see the north-south dichotomy.
It's
north-south politics.
It has always been. Don't forget, fortunately, you two are old enough to remember the Akintola of fuel that was now fueled by, what's his name? Tafawa Balewa. Or Sadama
Amadu
Bello, rather.
Yeah.
So, it is not new. This thing has been, there is always this political stress between the South and the North.
But
and when they want to make that their own convenience.
Well, this will not take us anywhere.
Yes.
Because in a 21st century Nigeria, we are still quarreling over where a particular federal office should be, or agency should be at.
It will, because of various things that occur. The office in Abuja, if you have been to Abuja, you know what I mean. The office there is about contract, and contract will go to those who are the patrons and who are near the place. That is one. Two, the economies of business. When I was in school, I do what they call location of industry. It's simple economic theory. You cite your industry where the raw material is, where you can easily get the raw material.
Natural, yeah.
So where is the raw material for the shipping? Lagos. Where is the raw material for the airports? Lagos. Where is the raw material for the CBN? Lagos. Any contrary argument is political, and if it must be dealt with politically.
At the National Assembly, we have northern, southern politicians there. Ndume should Ndume not have provoked a debate at the National Assembly?
Yes, there are two ways, but I like your prologue, and I want to fly with your prologue about he flying a kite. And you know, in Nigeria, in most cases, whatever wants to happen comes as a form of a kite. Sometimes they look to test the waters. Sometimes they will use a non-entity. And if they see that the heat is on, they will just say it was quoted
out of context.
So, and sometimes they will try it. Don't forget the third time. You know the war. You know we were part of the struggle. Now we are in the trenches together during the third time. When Obasanjo found out that go no go, he said he was
quoted out of context.
And whereas he was serious about it. So flying a kite has been our norm. It has been our way of life in this country. So it's not new to us. We know how to handle such situations.
Okay. So in your estimation, these two shall die?
It's dead on arrival. Not even shall. Remove the shall. It's dead on arrival.
Okay.
It's a simple thing.
We always look at the scars left by this wound.
There always be a wound. There always be. When I was much younger, I told you I was a good rascal. Yeah, the rascals I earned from my being a rascal. But forever, I remember, yes, I got this when I was doing this. I got that when I was doing this. In my leg, there are so many scars.
The political scars are plenty.
I've already referred to the Adegbe route, Akitola, Sadauna, Fuel, Awolowo. That was a scar. And it's still in Nigeria till today. So we can't go. That's why we do that.
Is it not mind-boggling that we are aping the democracy practiced by the great America?
Yes.
But what we are copying from them is wrong.
Because all politics
are local.
Yes. This is a local politics. We play it locally. When you go to Ibadan, it is Amala politics. When you go to Ilorin, it is still Babakepe politics. Irrespective of what has happened, the Saraki family still holds sway in Ilorin. They still have their followers. The only thing is that the last election, it was a protest vote that they did.
Yeah. Otoge, they called it.
So it is there. In the north too, the Almajiri system is there that works for them. But then all these things gradually, if the way things are going with the power influence of the social media, it may begin to win off because of education, because of awareness, because of enlightenment. And when it gets to that level, then everybody will now say, yes, what is right
is right.
And let us
what is
wrong
is wrong.
I like that's what you did in your prologue. Then let us do the right thing. Nobody will say, let's follow the wrong thing. It's hacking. I'm a pastor, you know. The Bible tells me that I've placed before thee today life and death. Choose you today.
Your choice is important. So, in taking this home, therefore,
yes,
we are saying that superior logic will come to bear at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
In relocating departments of the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, to Lagos.
Yes.
And headquarter offices of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria to Lagos.
Yes.
Superior logic.
Smooth. And for your information, there are still more that should be. I can quickly remind you about two very important edifices that are rotting away because of the movement to Abuja.
Okay.
The National Sports Complex in Surulere. Yes, of course, you know, it's always a festival, one thing or the other. Even people like us, when we are much younger, we go there just to jog. You have that sense of affinity, sense of belonging. And of course, activities go there, and it happens every day. Now, it's a shadow of its old self. The next one is the National Theatre at Igomu, where our culture, Nigeria now, where the culture is thrown away.
It was a clearing house.
Nothing. If anything at all, those two institutions will be relocated back to Lagos. This National Stadium in Abuja, in Lagos, and the National Arts Theatre in Igomu. Those are national edifices that should be where they ought to be. And if we are talking about maritime, why don't they put maritime academy that is in Oro now? Why don't they put it in Ijebu? Why are you looking at me?
Okay. I thought you were going to say something somewhere in Maiduguri.
No. Maiduguri has a zone. It has a transport. Is it Katsina now? Has a transport university. Smooth. But something to do with that issue should be placed where that issue is. That is best suited for it.
Do you have one last word to the Nigerian politician of the 21st century?
The Nigerian politician of the 21st century don't play politics after election. Now government has given you the power, and people have given you the power, that you should carry out that virtue and that function of good governance for the people. That's what they want. Making rules and regulation that will make life easy for people. And
that's the essence of government.
That's the essence, section 14. Not playing politics with the lives of Nigerians. I don't see what's wrong in a National Assembly member going around his constituency, taking note of what are absent, and now ensuring that the federal government cites something appropriately there. The other day, I was in Ebonyi, Abakaliki particularly, and we know it was during the time of Ayim, the Senate president, and I saw cassava machines. They said they wanted to use it to produce cassava machine in Abakaliki, and everybody knows that that place is the right producing area. So what is this? They said, I'm not soon a politician, because there's no bottom to top.
So what happened to the equipment?
Just when they visit, it must not away. Ayim is alive. It should tell us what has happened now. Why they have to bring cassava producing machines to Abakaliki
instead of a rice milling thing there?
So you see, when our politicians do things, they should have the fear of God and think about the people. And I can assure the politicians that the era of vote buying will very soon be a past, because people will be educated, people will be enlightened, so they're not going to sell their votes anymore, but vote for those who are able to deliver and make life easy for them.
Okay, then we'll end the debate here, but not before thanking Wale Ogunade for your time. And of course, the debate would continue. Is Mr. President right in asking that departments of the Central Bank of Nigeria and the headquarters of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAAN, be returned to Lagos? Let the debate continue in your part of town. I'm out of here. On behalf of the Backroom Boys, this is yours sincerely, Citizen Jones Hussein, saying thank you for watching. Bye-bye now. Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.